I am not a tarot expert. I just want to put that out there first thing. I am barely even a tarot novice. I do, however, have 2 tarot decks that I use as tools for self-insight. I have found that drawing a single card in the morning or doing a small layout to start the week puts me in the right frame of mind to be open and honest in my writing, and it guides me towards continuing to work on various aspects of my mental health by examining my thoughts and beliefs and making sometimes surprising or revealing connections. So today I'm going to show you both my decks and explain why I chose them, give you some examples of how I use them, which, because I'm not an expert, is mostly exactly as suggested by their accompanying books. And I also want to emphasize that my use of tarot is solely for myself. I don't do readings for other people, and I really consider my decks to be self-discovery aids rather than anything mystical or divinatory. Okay, that being said, I got this first deck, the Seers deck by Chris Ann, in mid-2020, deep into lockdown and social distancing. I saw images of it online and absolutely fell in love with the artwork. My previous exposure to tarot was mostly defined by the Rider-Waite tarot deck, the classic imagery, and I find that really beautiful, but not particularly relatable. This was relatable. I could see myself in these characters. The book that comes with it is also written to be modern and upbeat, which was exactly what I needed at that time. One practice suggested in the Seers tarot book was to familiarize yourself with the deck by choosing a light card and a shadow card. That is 2 cards that give you a visceral positive and negative reaction. And as you continue to use the deck, you can take the appearance of those cards as particular lessons. I did that with this deck, choosing this one as my light card, and if that doesn't look like mid-2020, I don't know what does, and this card as my shadow card. I found this quite useful, and I used the same process to get started with my second deck, which I will talk about shortly. The 2 layouts I use most with the Seers deck are the simplest, just draw a single card approach, and this 3-card layout, which was again suggested in the accompanying book. The first card placed in the orientation that it's pulled in is the grounding card. It represents where I'm at right now. The second card, placed upside down, represents shadows that need to be cleared. And the third card, placed right side up, represents what is needed for the best possible outcome. I always journal a bit after laying out a spread, just to hone into what I might learn about myself from my reactions to the combinations. I purchased my second tarot deck just this past weekend. It's called The Modern Witch Tarot, and it's by Lisa Sterl. Like the Seers Tarot, it's a more modern take on the classic imagery, which I personally find more relatable. The first thing I did when opening this deck was to go through every card and again choose 2 guide cards. For this deck, I chose the 5 of Cups as my positive and the Tower as the viscerally negative. Again, my favorite layout is just a simple, straightforward 1-card draw. It's a great way to learn a new deck. The second layout I'm enjoying from the Modern Witch Tarot is a 4-card spread. It is also pretty straightforward. The first card represents the past. The second represents the present. And the third, the future. And then there's this 4th card, placed at an angle, that provides advice for the best outcomes. Neither of these 2 decks is particularly traditional, as you can see. although they do both follow the 78 card major and minor arcana that I think we've come to associate with tarot in the modern day. I've found them both to be great tools for self-insight. And over the past 2 years, tarot has become an essential part in my creative and mental health toolbox. For me, those two things go hand in hand. And what impacts one definitely impacts the other. Let me know in the comments if you use tarot, and if you do, what's your favorite deck and why? I would love to hear. Also, like this video if you found it useful or interesting, and please subscribe if you haven't already. You can find out more about me and my work at my website, fromjen.com. And until next time, I am wishing you love and joy and all of those good things, and I cannot wait to talk to you again.